Hello everyone, I am Zion Kensi and Farida,
And I am Jomer Lupagi.
and we are here to explore and explain about the central nervous system.
The central nervous system is divided into two major structures, the brain and the spinal cord.
There are actually 6 sections of the brain, which is the cerebrum, cerebellum, diencephalon, midbrain, pons, and medulla oblongata.
The first section is the cerebrum. This is the largest section and it is divided into two major hemispheres, which is the right and left hemisphere. The cerebrum is further divided into 4 lobes. These 4 lobes are the frontal, parietal, temporal, and occipital. The frontal lobe is primarily responsible for the reasoning and thought. Parietal is responsible for the integrate sensory information, and the temporal is primarily responsible for the auditory information from the ears, and the occipital is primarily responsible for the visual information from the eyes.
Another section of the brain is the cerebellum. It is located below the cerebrum and it is above the first cervical of the brain. The cerebellum is responsible for muscle coordination, balance, posture, and muscle tone.
The diencephalon section is found between the cerebrum and midbrain. It contains 2 structures, thalamus and hypothalamus. Thalamus behaves much more like a relay station that directs sensory impulses to the cerebrum. Hypothalamus controls and regulates temperature, appetite, water balance, sleep, and blood vessel constriction and dilation.
The next section of the brain is the midbrain. It is located below the cerebrum and above the brainstem. It is responsible for eye and auditory reflexes.
Pons is located below the midbrain and in the brainstem. It is responsible for a certain reflex action such as chewing, tasting, and saliva production.
Another section of the brain is the medulla oblongata. It is located at the bottom of the brainstem and it connects to the spinal cord. The medulla oblongata regulates heart and blood vessel function, digestion, respiration, swallowing, coughing, sneezing, and blood pressure. It is also known as the center of respiration.
The spinal cord is linked between the brain and the nerves in the rest of the body, and it is divided into 4 different regions. We have cervical, thoracic, lumbar, and efferent and efferent spinal nerves that merge to form peripheral nerves.
The neurons that create connection throughout the body is the afferent sensory neurons and the efferent motor neurons. In simpler terms, the afferent neurons conduct inwards and the efferent neurons conduct outwards. The afferent neurons take information from the nerves to the central nervous system, and the efferent neurons take information from the central nervous system to the muscle fibers throughout the body.
And that's it. Again, I am Zion Kensi and Farida.
And I am Jomer Lupagi.
That's all. Thank you.